Hello. Look at this, Mira. It's not on. Oh, yay. Mira, my little Spanish. I speak a little Spanish. Look, listen. There's no sound machine. It's just for a few minutes. I'll have to by force because they're barbarian animals in the city. I'll have to turn it back on. It's 11:54 a.m. November 15th. I don't look good, no. And I can't say why I look like such shit. I can't talk about this place. What I am to say, I'm supposed to say it, and I'm praising God above that the waters have been broke, and I can say anything. I have a date scheduled this week to call the Superior Civil Court of Washington, D.C. Remember my plan. I call the courts, then I call private practice lawyers. Since the courts already hold these documents that are counterfeit, fraudulent, egregiously illegal, and they're using those documents as a reason to persecute me through the courthouse defending a terrorist compound to protect the terrorist compound for law enforcement. They are protecting on behalf of, on the bequest of law enforcement. Do you understand? Okay. To help the cops, the courthouse is putting me on trial. Are we clear? Good. Okay, this is a terrorist compound ridden with law enforcement as terrorists running around. Okay, we're clear. Good. Okay, so there's a certain date I have this week. It's this week. And when I call the courthouse, I will record that conversation and I will be able to put that onto the internet. So the world, whoever listens, can hear many things that have not been disclosed and spoken about on the internet. They will hear me tell the court-appointed attorneys this over the phone. I will record it. I will put it online. There have been such egregious, jaw-dropping, horrifying things happening in here that I will never forget, that have traumatized me, that I will be telling the lawyers, along with how I have Thelma Hoag on film banging on metal pipes while the house is engulfed with dead bodies. We're going to talk about that as much as the lawyer wants to talk on the phone, and I'll record it on my scheduled date this week. All right, so I want whoever listens to this to look forward to finding out some things that I couldn't talk about this place. I'm going to be telling the lawyers this. Okay, and then I'm putting it on to the YouTube. That's the chain of events here. So there are many, many, many things that I won't be able to cram into a simple phone call with a corrupt, illegal, fake lawyer, because anybody who's practicing law in Washington, D.C., and that includes the Supreme Court justices, are in a sedition and in an insurrection. They are not practicing U.S. purigence law. They know it. They're trying to overthrow the United States government for a white nationalist dictatorship. Don't tell me you're not. Anyway, so the defendant, I'm a defendant being persecuted by and prosecuted by Muslim terrorists. That's the chain of events here. We'll be calling the courthouse, who is defending Muslim terrorist cell, and they're doing it on the behalf of the police department to protect the cops from persecution and prosecution for terrorism, in order to protect the cops from the crimes they just did. Do you follow me? The courthouse is prosecuting me. Do you follow this? Okay, good. I will be calling these criminals, that's what they are, because they're taking criminal actions. I don't care if they follow this. I don't care what they think. Looks like law school didn't help them. They ended up being serious perps. All right, so I'm going to be calling them, telling them about things that the public has not heard. And then I just want the public, whoever hears this, to know there are so many more things that have happened here that I can't talk about. I could talk about it to the lawyers, but it cannot talk about it to the lawyers in one brief and quick phone call. But I will say enough to hold these lawyers legally responsible for continuing to prosecute me in court. Okay, gracias, adios.